Good evening, Scotland fans. Welcome back. As you can see, it's some snow here in Aberdeen at the moment. Today has been a day of high drama in the Scottish mountains with a certain Kestrel 4. So we went on a hike to a place called Clacknaben. It's near Banchory in Aberdeenshire. It's a lovely hike actually. You head up through a forest and then through some heather, and eventually you reach a really nice piece of rock. It looks quite unusual, sat there on its own, and we made our way up there. And as soon as we got to high ground, like around the other side of the rock, we met this extraordinarily strong wind. Despite the fact it was windy, I decided to get Kestrel 4 out to get some photographs, because on Sky before, as you all know, if you've had your photograph taken at the bridge there, sometimes I have flown a drone in very high winds, but at Sligerham that's practically at sea level, so the wind's not been quite as strong as it would be on sort of a higher hill. The drone took off, and where that rock was sat, I was on the other side of it. Kestrel 4 was gone that way, and you can see exactly what happened next. So Kestrel 4 is like spiraling out of control, literally. I'm also losing connection to the drone. Now, the crucial thing to do if this ever happens to you is to try and retain a connection between your controller and your drone. If you can do that and you can crash land it, then you will have a reasonably accurate location of where the drone has landed, and that's really in this situation all it could do. However, as you'll see from the footage, the drone was heading towards the forest that we'd walked through, and that was the last place I wanted it to land it, because it could have landed on top of a tree and I'd never have got it back. So trying to land it near the forest so I could carry on back down the path and then hopefully not have to travel too far. But obviously there's miles and miles of land, of heather, it all looks exactly the same. So we really are now relying on the GPS site to really perform. Eventually, after, as you can see from the footage, how far the drone has blown, and you can see the rock in the distance, but then I had to land it, and there was a burn, like a river running through there. It was quite soggy, damp land, but on the map itself, on the GPS, it was important to try and land the drone somewhere that looked kind of familiar, so you could work out like where the forest was that you were, you know, and try and there was another load of trees, so I thought, right, it gives me a chance, it's an area and I'm just going to have to go and search for it. And I managed to land the drone in a looked like a good soft landing. This is what happened next.
Hello, welcome, and this is a worrying moment because all you people have been at me before and heard the stories of Kestrel 1, 2 and 3. Well, Kestrel 4, you might be able to see up there in the distance. That was the summit where I've just taken a hike to, and it is so incredibly windy up there. Trying to get a photograph, lost control of the drone. I've had to crash land it somewhere. Now, fortunately, I've got a map, because I managed to land it with full reception, so I know I've landed it safely. That's the forest walk through to up to the top, so I wanted to land it near there but not anywhere in there, because I didn't want it landing on top of a tree. Oh, this drone's never ever failed to cope with the wind, but not up there around that rock. It was incredibly windy, like I've never felt before. Ryan is here with me, helping the hunt for Kestrel 4. The battery is now run out on the drone, but I do have photographs of its location, so hopefully within 5 or 10 minutes I might find it. Practically on top of it. I can't zoom the map right in, but it is here somewhere in this area. Let's check the map again. If it still had some battery, I could have emitted a sound, but the battery has died. Where is it? Where is it? Because that's exactly the way the wind is blowing. I think it is in that area there. I pray it's in that area there, Kestrel 4. Find the drone. Got it, look at it. Oh my God, look. What's that? That was a good landing. That was perfect. Straight into the header. The header has saved Kestrel 4. Oh my God. Oh my God, I can't believe I've got it. Got it! All those windy days on the Isle of Skye, I've never had any reason to doubt this drone, but today it met its match up there. As soon as it caught the winds there on the top of that ridge, there was no stopping it, and it was a case of just having to land it. Got it!
So, I'm very pleased to say, welcome back, Kestrel number 4. There won't be a Kestrel 5, thankfully, and Kestrel 4 lives to fight another day. But don't forget, if that ever happens to your drone, just try and get, to some higher ground where you can get them antennas up on your controller, re-establish that connection, and hopefully get your drone landed in a safe place. Today we were lucky, but it's the first time Kestrel 4 has flown and spiraled out of control. Made me realise that it wasn't invincible, but fortunately the DJI software proved to be accurate, and it was a relatively short hunt to find it, but there it was, sat on top of a piece of heather. It's lucky. A very big thank you as well to my hiking partner today, because not only did the drone fly off, it was a bit of a catalogue of disasters today. Not only did the drone fly off, but halfway back down to go and retrieve that, I realised I've left my Ray-Ban sunglasses up by the piece of rock. And that's because we were trying to shelter from the wind, it was cold, the dog was up there, and in all the chaos of, oh God, the drone, all of that chaos, the sunglasses got left up there. So my hiking partner went back up to get those. So a very big thank you to you for doing that, and also for providing the coffee and the sausage rolls, which were very much appreciated at the end of all that drama. All in all, a fun day, all's well that ends well, and another interesting day of drone life. Thanks for watching.